what's been one of the biggest learnings that you would take away from, this path you're going down now?
Yeah, there's down to this is a whole raft of answers to that question. But for me, honesty and acceptance and those sorts of things so accepting my situation has been absolutely critical for me. And I don't like it, right? There's nothing I like about this. But, I just, so my arms are, they're pretty much almost gone now in terms of, what I can do on a daily basis. And I struggle to eat a bit now, and I've got to have most things done for me that involve my arms. So, not without its challenges, obviously, but I kind of, obviously a lot's changed, but nothing's changed, because that doesn't stop me from adapting, living my life as I choose to live it. There are limitations in what I can do. I'm in Noosa at the moment because a Melbourne winter is now way too harsh for me. My arms just can't cope. My hands basically, become balls, and I can't use my fingers, and just because of the cold. So we've done it the last couple of years of getting out of Melbourne, which has been beneficial for me, both mentally and physically. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. We sort of gone off on a bit of a tangent.
No, but they're all valid points. And I was sort of saying, like if we're, I guess, or even in, I guess another way to put it is like, what are if we're going to boil down some of the key messages that you're promoting and that you've learned, like what I was saying before, the one that really hit home for me is the train track analogy. What if we're just going to, finish this up with, what are a couple of those key points, if anyone listening, to take away, that you've learned from this process, what could we offer?
I come back to the words acceptance and honesty and perspective. To me, they're really important words, and I don't want to sound preachy and sit here and say that we'll just accept what you do and you'll be fine, because that's not right. Okay, that's just too easy. That's throwing out a throwaway line. And there's a lot of introspection done around accepting things and being honest with yourself, and there's a lot of tears to be shed and those sorts of things. But I think the benefits, someone in my situation, I'm probably in an extreme situation because I've got a terminal illness, but I don't for a moment think that I'm alone in terms of dealing with adversity and coping and learning to cope. So my message would be sit down with yourself and really work through where you are at, because the sooner that you come to a degree of acceptance, if it's 1%, terrific. If it's 100%, terrific. But just understand what's going on in your own personal situation. Accept that that's the card that you've been dealt with. If you can change it, fantastic. Go and change it and do what you can. But without the acceptance and without the honest appraisal of your own situation, you're on the treadmill, and that can be a really, really dangerous treadmill. That if it's a steep gradient and they've cranked it up, then that's a pretty horrible treadmill. So you need to level out the gradient, you need to slow it down, you need to get in a situation where you can deal with things. And that's where I'm at. I can deal with things that are thrown at me because because I've come to the realization of how to cope with it and how to deal with it, I think.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I think that's really, really great advice there. And, because a lot of it's logical as well. When you boil it down, it's like, okay, what is bothering me at the moment? What's my current situation?
Yeah.
What can I change? I've got to accept that this is actually reality. Whether I like it or not, this is what reality is.
Yep.
Now, how do I move forward, and what do I put in my train tracks? And outside of that, I'm gonna, ignore all the things that I'm not putting in them. But that's how I'm going to progress forward. And I think it's a fantastic point. I think it's something that anyone listening to this, it's like not. I think one of the keys is not overwhelming yourself. So really looking at the core things. There's always, because all of us, there's so many things that we all want to change and do and improve on, and we've only got so much time in the day and so much we can do. But what is the really important one? Focus on that. Because
there's so many competing issues with that too.
Yeah,
what you just said there, that it's not easy to sit down and so most of my I've got a single issue to deal with, right? Well, not a single issue. There's obviously family and coping and all that sort of stuff as well. But my health is 99% of my day, so I'm lucky enough to have the time and energy to work on that as a single focus point. But you throw everyone else out there who's dealing with everyone trying to pull them in different directions and competing interests and those sorts of things. It's not easy. So I'm not again, I don't want to preach and say this is all you have to do and life will be fine, because it's never ever that simple. But you have to, having said that, you have to make the effort to, I think, again, I'll come back to honesty, perspective, acceptance, those sorts of things, to say, well, if I really know where I'm at, then I've got a chance of turning things around and doing things a little bit differently, and hopefully bettering things in my own life.
Absolutely. Well, look, I think that's a really good point to finish this chat on, and I just want to say to you, thanks again for doing it. It's great to do this follow-up chat with you. And
yeah, that was really good. Really good, Nick. Yeah, no,
appreciate it.
As you can hear, I'm enjoying life. That's probably, as much as anything, the biggest battle I've got internally is I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I was about to drop the magic, of course, but I know this is going out to different parts of the world. But how the hell am I dealing with this? I shake my head and whatever, but I am. So I'm pleased that I am. And again, it's forums such as this that enable me to do it, because if I can't get it out and I can't talk about it, well, I sort of lose a bit of purpose. And if I haven't got a purpose, well, have I got everything behind me to support me? So yeah, it's really good. So I really appreciate it of what you're doing and supporting me.
Appreciate it, mate. Well, it's a testament to you that you've got that mindset, and we can all learn from it. So again, thank you for coming in and sharing it. And yeah, I'm sure this is going to help a lot of people, just like the first interview we did. So it's great to have you on here, and yeah, we'll be in touch soon anyway.
Fantastic. Thanks, Nick. Take care, mate.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Cheers.